What was your motivation for going to Legend this year? Have you hit it in previous years, or was this like the first time you're like, I'm locking in, I'm going to hit that Legend status?
Actually, like my supporters and everybody who like messes with me actually really inspired me to like really grind and hit Legend first, and we did it.
So going back to seeing the Legend requirements for 2K23, did it ever cross your mind that you're gonna achieve all those and go after this kind of status?
Yeah, so the Legend grind this year was actually pretty like meant for what I do, because my favorite game mode on the game is actually the ones court. So the 100,000 points.
And Greg, you were talking about this. What you appreciate about this matchup, the team-first mindset on both sides.
Very unselfish, and we're going to see guys moving the ball. And Kevin, they play for one another. That's why these clubs rack up so many assists.
Now Golden State's starting five. The core of this team all out there. Curry and Thompson in the backcourt with Green at the 4. James Wiseman's out there with Andrew Wiggins. Now here's Wiggins. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Anunoby, and that one's good. Wiggins.
Great focus by Wiggins in the face of some pretty good defense.
Van Vliet passes to Porter. Launches it, and he's good on the 3-ball.
And we're getting to that time of year, a lot of all-star debate. Some buzz around MP maybe getting a spot on the squad.
Well, I know a lot of people out there lobbying for him, Greg. His numbers speak for themselves. It'd be too bad to see him get passed over. And here's Wiggins following the 3 from Porter. Siakam with it. Now defended by Wiggins. Siakam kicks to Van Vliet. There's Porter with the 3. And falls. Great assist by Van Vliet. Porter's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for Toronto.
And when the stakes get high and you need a big shot, we know how dependable Fred VanVleet is.
It feels to me, Greg, like the bigger the moment, the more dangerous Fred VanVleet is. We've seen him so many times knock down so many huge shots. Doesn't matter the setting, Eastern Conference Finals or NBA Finals. This guy, the very definition of fearless.
And here is Green after the 3-pointer from Porter. Curry passes to Green. Inside. Wiseman with the bucket.
I think you pay the consequences if you leave Draymond Green's teammates open. He has a knack for getting the basketball where it needs to be.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, Kevin, Steve Kerr gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He said a primary concern is to prevent those easy 3-point looks from outside. He said closing out hard on the shooters is going to be the key. If they don't bother the shooters, he said, it's going to be a very long 4 quarters. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Devising a strategy to take away that 3-point shot. And here is Curry after the 3-pointer from Porter. Curry can't get it to go. Curry with the steal. No good. Shot missing. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Raptors. Leading by 5. Anunoby, good.
I'll tell you, it's 6'8" with elite athleticism. Good luck checking OG Anunoby on the interior.
And you love seeing that great mobile 1 drive a second time.
Man, that is a tough cover. Pretty good defense, but he just finds the angle and finishes.
Wiggins finds Wiseman. Thompson against Porter. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And it's the Raptors ball. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. Fires the 3. And falls. Great assist by Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got 4 assists in the game. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Curry passes to Wiseman. The 3. And that's good. Stephen Curry for 3.
And how many times have we seen this? Curry always has an answer from 3.
Van Vliet looking around. There's Porter with the 3. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Warriors trail by 10. Curry passes to Thompson. And here's Wiseman, covered by Siakam. Fades away. Wiseman no good.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm. Guys, I've got to say, one of the things I love the most about the Toronto Raptors, how special their fan base is. Really, when you think about it, Canada much more associated with the great sport of hockey, but they love professional basketball.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Oh, you're right. This fan base here in Toronto is terrific and certainly gets excited to cheer on their Raptors. They love them.
They do, and their theme is, quote, "We the North." You can truly tell how much these fans love the Raptors. Remember the scene in Jurassic Park outside the stadium, that special area when the finals were going on in 2019. It was pure pandemonium.
And Toronto will go for a different look here. Ken Burge is checked in for Siakam. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Scotty Barnes. Fred's checked in for OG Anunoby. And Flynn subbed in for Fred VanVleet. Different look here for the Warriors. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Wiseman. Kuminga comes in for Draymond Green. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Thompson. And Poole subbed in for Curry. 1:37 left to play in the first. Kuminga finds DiVincenzo. And a wide open look here for Wiggins.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
Pass to Porter from downtown. Second chance shot. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
I think the thing I like best about Otto Porter, his versatility and long arms, because it allows him to impact the game in so many ways.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Raptors?
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
The first free throw is good. Achua, he's checked in for Porter. And Porter drops them both. GA with their 4th title, the combination of Steph, Clay, and Draymond Green, the single most successful trio in the last half-century in the NBA.
And some would argue the best trio of all time. The most wins in the finals ever by a trio who've each made an all-NBA team.
Now, here's Wiggins. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. And there's the bucket from Kuminga.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Back to Flynn. Here's Birch. The shot's good on the assist by Flynn.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Poole with it. Last game he had 12. Pass to Kuminga. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. His 3-pointers off the mark. It's stolen by Kuminga. Now Poole. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. To the inside. DiVincenzo. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here
fans, please give a big round of applause for your...
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And for the Raptors, this has been the game they wanted to have.
The offense firing on all cylinders. They dominated that first period.
That's exactly the start you want. You take complete command. Now you've got to maintain that focus.
So with Wiggins sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. The three great shooters out there for him, Curry and Poole in the backcourt with Thompson at the 3. Green and Wiseman make up the inside pair. Here's Curry following the basket by Fred VanVleet. Offensive rebound. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one goes on Anunoby.
And the sheer size of Wiseman is hard to deal with inside, forcing the defense to compromise with the foul.
Toronto making a change here. Porter's checked in. Greg, you look at a player putting up big numbers on a losing team. How do you determine if those are quality numbers, so to speak?
You know, Kevin, it's a great question because somebody's going to put up points or collect rebounds or get assists. So, you know, you look at efficiency, you look at effort, and there's no doubt that you can have winning players on losing teams.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, Kevin. The great one in that last game against the Nets played superb basketball. He had 30 points, and he got those points as he always does, knocking down shots from beyond the arc. And he really dominated the game. It looked like he could do whatever he wanted. See if he can repeat that kind of performance. Kevin?
Thanks for the report, D.A. Greg, phenomenal effort by him in that last game.
He willed the team to victory through his talent and through that competitiveness.
Let's give credit to his teammates for continuing to find this guy. They knew he had the hot hand, and they were willing to ride it all night long.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Now here's VanVleet. They lead by 20. It's the most we've seen. Here's Barnes, and the dunk by Barnes.
Well, that's Scotty Barnes doing one of the things he does best, getting after the offensive glass.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter, he has been completely bothered.
Last game for the Warriors, it was a loss to the 76ers.
They're so close in that one, but that's of no solace to the players. They played their hearts out.
You know what? Sometimes you play a great game and lose. What you hope happens, though, is it toughens them up a bit mentally, and they figure out how to close it out next time.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Now, here's Anunoby. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for Golden State. Next up for them, the Knicks, a road game in New York. And they're playing through a string of road games that will be game 5 of the 6 on the road. Shot to stop the run. And again, no good by Golden State.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target. The Raptors are only a few years removed from its championship in 2019. Boy, a lot has changed since then. The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. A lot of change. Toronto is without some of the key pieces from that title team, and it wasn't that long ago. But, Greg, they haven't had to go through a full rebuild. There are some remaining parts.
Listen, the talent they have is still undeniable, and they've got a good mix of young up-and-comers and players in the prime of their career.
A new group in now for the Raptors. Achua, he's checked in for Siakam. Chris Boucher comes in for Barnes. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for OG Anunoby. And Flynn subbed in for Porter. Different look here for the Warriors. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Wiseman. Kuminga comes in for Green. Wiggins is checked in for Thompson. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Jordan Poole. Here's Van Vliet following the basket by Jonathan Kuminga. Curry against Flynn. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
The Raptors making a switch here. Trent's checked in. Golden State's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Green passes to Wiggins. Outside Curry. Tries it from 19. The shot misses.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Porter passes to Boucher. He kicks to Flynn. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Some nice passing by Golden State here. DiVincenzo against Trent. DiVincenzo can't hit it. Toronto's gone 4-7 on three-point shots in the second quarter. Here's Flynn. It drops for his third basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
A lot to like about the way they're playing right now, but still plenty of time left.
You do like that.
Back to So it's Toronto sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 35 points. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. We've got more in store for you right after this. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from the Great One.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on them from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, the break certainly didn't have a cooling effect on him at all. He's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
Inside for him, it's Barnes and Siakam. Fred VanVleet out there with Porter. And it's Anunoby in at the 3 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And Fred VanVleet, a player who has always shot well from outside.
And Kevin VanVleet has continued to kind of take on more of an offensive load. Increased his volume while maintaining efficiency. Not every player able to do that.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Off target from 3-point range. And so Siakam will bring it up for the Raptors. Porter outside. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Of course, the Warriors' offense stands out for its emphasis on ball movement. Coach Steve Kerr says if you get to touch the ball and be a part of the action, whether it's as an assist man, ball mover, shooter, dribbler, the more people who are involved in the offense, the more powerful it becomes. Kevin, strength in numbers indeed.
As has always been the case for his offense, the more the better. And it's worked for him. DA, thanks. Wiseman with the ball. Siakam's there. Shot clock at 5. Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Well, Wiseman's passing game is a work in progress, but he's smart enough to spot the wide open man there.
Van Vliet kicks to Porter. Back to Van Vliet. Barnes outside. The kick out to Porter. From past the arc. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. The feed to Thompson. The shot, no good. Good D by Anunoby.
1 for 5 has got to be a frustrating start, and they just don't look sharp right now. Can they find their offensive game?
And that one's good by Porter.
Yeah, in the first half, he was unstoppable from deep. Now, 2 more since the break.
Curry passes to Thompson. And here's Wiggins. He dishes it to Wiseman. Back to Wiggins. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, Wiggins, one of those guys who draws fouls at an excellent rate.
The Warriors shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. First free throw is good. The leadership of the NBA Players Association, Greg, has said they support expansion. And 2 cities which seem to be the leading candidates, Seattle and Las Vegas. What do you think?
Yeah, well, I love both. Had the good fortune of playing in both cities, and I'd love to see a team in my hometown. But bottom line, more teams means more jobs, and that's the sentiment I think most can get behind.
And there's the pass to Thompson. Wiseman with the ball. Siakam's there. Green finds Poole. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Raptors have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the 3rd quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for 1 more.
How many times?
We'll go for a different look here. Young's checked in for Barnes. Hernan Gomez comes in for Otto Porter Jr. Porter's checked in for Gary Trent. And Flynn subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. Different look here for the Warriors. James Wiseman, he's checked in for Green. Draymond Green comes in for Jonathan Kuminga. Andrew Wiggins, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And Curry subbed in for Jordan Poole.
His contemporaries will say this. Klay Thompson's shooting stroke is as pure as it gets.
And Golden State looking at who they've got. The core of this team all out there. Curry and Thompson in the backcourt with Green at the 4. Wiggins is out there with James Wiseman.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Thompson for 3. He doesn't hit that one. And Toronto will go the other way with it. It's Porter outside. And again for 3.
And all game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is no stopping his shot.
And this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game that the world never forgets. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Raptors.
The three-pointers and how well they're able to shoot them. You wonder if they can keep it up, and boy, have they.
I think another thing that's striking here tonight, the ball movement is incredible. Again and again, they're making smart passes to ready shooters.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Raptors.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for the Great One.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Pass to Looney. Dishes it to Curry. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
And one of the many special things about Steph Curry is loyalty. Sticking with this Warriors franchise since being drafted back in 2009.
There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Porter. Launches a three. Good! Another from three.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps knocking them down from deep.
Craig, he has just exploded from beyond the arc. That last make tying him for second in most threes in a game. Count it.
Boy, his hard work on the offensive glass earning an additional opportunity.
To the middle. Porter inside. Banked in off the glass. Porter's got 51.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.